You are now listening to the National Show with Gangsterville and McGee. The National Show, the National Show, the National Show, no show, no show. The National Show, the National Show, the National Show, no show, no show. All right, No Nation. This is the National Show with Gangsterville and McGee. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, which is YouTube at National. That's at NATIONOLE. For IGX and all the other links, you can catch us on Linktree /National Show. That's NATIONOLESHOW. Or you can go directly to the website for the latest show, the freshest gear and such, and you can reach that at national.com. That's NATIONOLE.com. All right, and we're back at it, on another off-season workout, my friend. Got some interesting topics to talk about on an interesting day throughout the year,
We've spent this holiday together before, bro. So, Our friendship has spanned many a decade, and I'm happy to have you in my life.
Same.
Yeah. Big week, man. Big week. NFL draft. It's time for people's lives to change. Kids, dreams to come true. All that. It's exciting. And then it's also time for all of us who are fans of NFL teams to argue about who got better, who got worse, who's on the right path, who's on the wrong path, what we should have done, what we would have done if we were the GM, all that.
All that.
I love it. It's a good time. It's a good time. Even if I'm fundamentally against the concept, I still appreciate it as the system we presently have and an opportunity to get better for our team.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Because you're seeing people's dreams come true, and what can you not like about that, man? Even my wife gets off on it, seeing it oh man, look at these kids finally living out their dreams, and that's really what it's all about at the core, man.
Agreed.
The moment of your life type thing, man. This is what they build their whole entire lives from Pop Warner football, high school, college, and then you finally get to be that 1% of the 1% that makes it. So kudos to those guys.
That's right. And there's a little drama. Maybe the Raiders trade the top pick and get a haul or get a different quarterback or trade down, or maybe there's a different team that values Fernando Mendoza so much that they're putting something, an offer they can't say no to, together. We'll see about that. For the most part, though, everybody just kind of is taking it for granted that he's going to be the first pick. Everything goes from there. Let me ask you, this is the best way to phrase the question I'm trying to ask, I think. Who's the top 10 talent you're most hoping falls to us at 14 if we don't trade up? Us being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I know.
For any new viewers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And welcome. By the way, if you're new to the show, welcome, man. Tell your friends.
Welcome.
This is awesome. Welcome to your new favorite show, baby.
Who I'm hoping for, bro? Desmond Bain from Miami, that defensive end. That's who I want us to get, bro. I feel like that would give us the star power, because we've been doing it by committee for the last couple of years or whatever. And I feel like that would give us that star edge rusher that we haven't had in a long time or whatever. The playmaker that can, make plays and make it easier for the DBs and stuff, whatever. So that's definitely Bain, the DN.
if somebody in the Bucks organization was responsible for leaking the story about the car accident a couple years ago, putting out his arms are too short for this position. His arms are too short for this position, so that he falls to us and we get him, and it works. I want that guy to get a raise. I love that guy. I love that
was my
kind of
first thought when I read that article. That was my first thought. It's like, who is gonna post something from 3 years ago, and the family has even like forgiven him and gave him love and stuff like that. It's like, this is simply a team in the NFL hating, trying to get him out of that top 10 spot. Like, oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, his arms are short. Like, no.
That was definitely us. Yeah, that was the Bucks.
And we really needed the other funny part about it is, there's a NBA player last name Bane that has short arms as well.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, y'all really went with it, man.
He plays for the Magic. We'll talk about the Magic. He's on the team with J.I., man. He's on the team with Isaac. They got the surprising win against Detroit the other day. Or yesterday, I guess that was. Yeah. Yeah, it's good time. And there's a couple of Knowles that are part of the conversation this year, right? There's a potential day one, probable day two, and then a couple late round guys.
I think our top one is probably gonna be about like day 4, I want to say.
All right. You went mute.
I think
for a
day
second.
4 is our top player. It's
for Daryl Jackson Jr.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Something happened with.
Yeah, your audio cut out for a minute. So Daryl Jackson Jr.
He's a top one.
I think he could be. I think he's off the board day 2. We'll see.
Yeah, day 2, definitely day 2. Day 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Day 2.
D linemen are highly valued in the NFL, and people tend to reach for the D linemen. The wide receivers and the quarterbacks are the ones that tend to get drafted above, sooner than you think. The running backs tend to fall. Traditionally safeties have fallen, but now you're seeing a kind of a renewed value at that position. But that's a position that every team wants depth at, and every team needs multiple starters, multiple backups, and multiple third strings on the active roster. So
it's more from like the running back position is like where it's by committee versus like the Warren Sapp days where you had one defensive tackle that was just out there the whole game or whatever. So that kind of devalues the position to where, guys aren't taking first round as much as they are or whatever, unless you're just like, a beast with it or whatever.
Right. And we've seen it work for the Rams and the Eagles where they have like 8 or 9 defensive linemen and they're just keeping fresh legs at the position. Keeping fresh legs at the position all game long. Eventually, you're going up against offensive linemen who that haven't had the luxury of cycling in and out, and you got the conditioning step on them.
Yep.
I mean, I think there's not too many teams that don't want a D lineman of his size and caliber. He's the right build for today's game. I would love to have him on the Bucks.
Oh yeah. Definitely would like to have him on the Bucks. His depth, his size alone, he's 6'6". So he could definitely, pair him with Vita Vea to plug that middle up, man. So
I'm not against that. You mentioned the trigger word for me, size. So, and I guess I said it too, but this is going to come into conversation. Next name I throw at you. Tommy Castellanos had a really good pro day from all reports. He's played in multiple positions. He's an athletic quarterback, which enables him to keep plays alive. Any chance there's a team that might bring him in, make him part of system. Maybe he's a future backup and can the kind of guy that when he gets a shot, maybe he's ready for half a season if he needs to hold down a team.
If it's quarterback, we're probably going to see the undrafted practice squad route or whatever, where he'll be, probably scout team and have to work his way up or whatever. Just it's very, very hard for the quarterback position in today's game at that size in the NFL. Now, as far as him playing another position like wide receiver, slot, or something like that or whatever, I could see him maybe getting drafted 6th, 7th round or whatever from a unlikely suspect or whatever, or even undrafted as a wide receiver and work out preseason draw, practice squad and see what happens or whatever. I think
kick return,
yeah, something like that or whatever, because he has shown that he has mobility. He can move, he can get out. But the thing that I worry about him with is durability with his size. A quarterback.
Yeah, I don't want to see him getting tackled.
Yeah, a quarterback that comes a bit. You remember Pat White from West Virginia?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, see, and remember he got drafted. He switched to like running back or something and got hit hard in preseason, and we ain't seen him since.
He was amazing. That was
That
was the Pat McAfee, West Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the last time they mattered. Shout out to Mr. Adam Jones. Shout out to Mr. Adam Jones. Yep. Funny, Mr. Adam Jones. I'll always speak respectfully to that man. Definitely. What about the lineman? What's his name? Gunnar?
Dude, the only prospect
Gunnar Hansen, the offensive lineman.
Yeah, not listed. The only ones that we have listed as prospects are Jerry Wilson, the cornerback that we have. He's 5'10". He's ranked like 271. To give you an idea, Darrell Jackson was ranked 106. Then we have Roydell Williams. He's a running back, so running backs come a dime a dozen. He's ranked 346 prospect. 5 times. I actually like Roydell Williams. He should find a home somewhere, because you can always use a nice little heavy set back that can get you those rough hard yardages and stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Squirrel Wright is another prospect that we got. Wide receiver. He's 408 ranked. And then we have Stephon Thompson, linebacker.
Yeah. He went to Syracuse in Nebraska, right? Before he came to Florida State. He was just here for this season.
Yep. So those are the prospects that we have. They don't even have our quarterback listed, really. He's like a wild card on there.
Yeah, no, Tommy Castellanos is hoping to be 6th, 7th round. There's also a pair of offensive linemen that had a good pro day that might slip in the back too.
Yeah, the linemen are always a wild card, man. You never really can gauge them because a lot of it is size,
health and size, man. Can you still be athletic when you're carrying that weight for so long? There's a reason every offensive lineman, when they retire, they instantly start trying to shed that weight. They've been carrying carrying an extra 40-50 for 6-7 years, longer than they should have, or any years longer than you should have, I guess. So interesting, man. Interesting. Maybe some of these guys will get to be in future editions of the Pro No Report.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You like that transition? I
love it. I love it.
Did that just for you. We don't really have any no real football news. We talked about Jermaine Johnson being traded to the Titans from the Jets, which is good. The Titans are in a much better place than the Jets, so good for our boy. But we got some news in the golf and the basketball worlds, that's for sure. Brooks Koepka, after he's been playing kind of he's not playing every week, but lately he's kind of stepped it up. He's been back to playing regularly at on the PGA Tour. Now that he's back on the PGA Tour, seems like he may have jumped off the LIV ship before it started sinking. Looks like LIV might be in its final season. You never know. But after missing the cut in Houston and I don't know, it's like T18 at the Valspar and T13 at Sawgrass. He went out at the Masters 5 under par, T12. He seems to be kind of getting into form. He might be really. I watch out for Brooks Koepka this summer. He's got 3 PGA championships under his belt. He's got 2 U.S. Opens under his belt. I am going to keep an eye on his odds for all 3 of the remaining majors. I suspect he might win a big one this summer. Daniel Berger, he missed the cut at the Masters. Then T42 made the cut, but 6 under par, T42 at RBC this weekend. I'd like to see him playing a little bit better. It's everything, you know. If you're hitting them a little straighter, it's easier to hit the irons. And, you know, if you're hitting the irons a little bit more accurately, it's easier to putt. So he kind of just needs to get something going well and hope that everything else kind of falls into place. That's kind of where he's at right now. Our guy Luke Clanton. He was at 70th. He made the cut at the Valero Open and 75th in Houston. At the Houston Open, he was not invited to the Masters. I suspect. Well, I hope he enjoyed watching the Masters wherever he was. I was with his friends and family and had a good time, because I suspect that's gonna be the last time he's not invited. I think he'll be a staple at the Masters tournament moving forward. So it'll be fun to root for him in the future. All right, let's talk about our guy, Malik Beasley. He's down in Puerto Rico. He's playing for Bad Bunny's team in the Puerto Rican Basketball League. Nice. Right, this is exciting. The Santurce Cangrejeros, the Crabbers of Santurce. Beasley is 24, averaging 24.1 points. He is averaging 4.6 rebounds and 2.4 assists so far. The team is 4-5 and 4th place in Group B. There's 2 groups in the league, Group A, Group B. The top 4 teams from each group goes to the playoffs. They are presently in 4th place.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, hopefully they can string a couple wins together, make sure they get into the playoffs. It's going to be fun to continue keeping an eye on the Puerto Rican Basketball League.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. On the NBA tier, our guy Jameer Watkins and the Washington Wizards had the worst record in the NBA. They did not make the playoffs, but it's weird saying this. Their future actually looks pretty bright. They have already kind of started the process. They have been doing it for a couple of years, ever since the ownership changed. And now it's kind of coming into form. They got Anthony Davis and Trae Young on the roster. I imagine they're extending Trae Young. If you got a healthy Anthony Davis, maybe you're in a position where you can add something at the trade deadline. You got the French SARS, and you potentially going to have a first, second, third type pick this year. Maybe they're rounding the corner on their organizational progression. We'll see. Our guy Terrence Mann on the Nets. The Nets had the 3rd worst record in the NBA.
Saw that coming.
Yeah, it's just kind of a mishmash of players and shit. Like, it's not really like, it doesn't really make a ton of sense what's going on there, but maybe they got a plan for the future. He has 3 more years on his contract, so hopefully he's included in a trade and he gets he gets out of there. He deserves better than that. He deserves better.
Agreed.
And honestly, we could probably say the same thing about Patrick Williams for the Bulls. He's there in the midst of some sort of rebuild, and he's got 2 years and a team option year on his contract. So hopefully he's part of whatever they're doing to change their roster around. Moving him is part of it, I mean. And he gets greener pastures. He deserves that shit.
Yep.
Now let's talk about some playoff teams, huh? Jonathan Isaac is still out with the knee injury. I'm not sure if we're going to see him on the active roster or not, but the Magic, after a real bad end of the season and even a bad look in the first play-in game. They just weren't really with it. They didn't. They seemed a little checked out. They came back on fire on Friday. And
Friday they was on fire, boy.
And then they stole game one, but they had it firmly like the whole game. Like they went to Detroit, and I don't know if it's that rust for having the week off for the teams that aren't in the play-in or not, but the Magic stole game one, won solidly in Detroit, and are up 1-0 against the number 1 seed in the East right now. I don't know if we're going to see J.I. come back later in the series. And honestly, I don't know if the series is going to go past 5 games. Just because they won game one doesn't mean they're going to win anymore. Right. We saw the 76ers steal one from your Lakers in game one of the finals once. That's as close as AI ever got to it, So,
oh boy, there was excitement after that one game, boy. Oh man,
yeah, man. When he did the step over. He stepped over. The game where he did the step over. Yeah,
that was the game. That
Tyronn Lue. He stepped over Tyronn Lue, and that was grace. That was the high point in his career. That was the absolute peak in Allen Iverson's career. Was that game?
Oh man.
Oh, our guy Scotty Barnes and the Raptors. The Raptors have been, I don't know, they just kind of been looking like shit the second half of the season, right? I don't know what happened. Something switched from first half to second half. Somebody hit on somebody's girlfriend or something. But Scotty's been the kind of the high point on the roster, regardless of their chaos. In game one, I don't think they could win this series. But in game one, they got 21 points, and he got 21 points in 32 minutes. And he got a rebound and 7 assists. He's gonna, even in a loss, like he's gonna be he's gonna get his numbers. He's gonna be a factor. But
they just feel like they're missing a pure scorer, just someone that can go out there and just score because everybody can play defense, everybody can, add points, but you need enough points to get you over that hump. And he's not doing it. Ingram's not doing it. The guy they got from New York is not doing it. I forget his name or whatever, but
Reddish.
And it's not
Reddish.
No, it was another the other dude that they drafted in New York who's supposed to have been like the prodigy there, and then end up get traded back to Toronto.
RJ Barrett?
But RJ Barrett, that's who. RJ Barrett. Yeah.
Canadian, went to Duke with Zion.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And that's nothing to knock those players. RJ Barrett is having a fucking phenomenal year. Even Ingram is consistently giving you 20 plus points. And of course, we always talk about Scotty doing his thing or whatever, but it's just they either need 2 more players that can score like them, or 1 player that's a pure scorer that could just go out there and get it done.
Even a nasty stretch 5, a healthy Porzingis. They're like a healthy Porzingis away.
That's funny. Yeah.
Or a younger Al Horford, maybe, who could do it more often than once.
No, Al been out there doing it. Uncle Al been out there getting it, man.
That was it. That was the last time you'll see it. That was it. They saved him. They pulled out his one big game. They needed him. They needed him to do his Robert Horry impression one time. They needed Al Horford to be Robert Horry one time, and then they still couldn't get into the playoffs.
Yeah,
Warriors are done. That story's over. It was a great story, but that story's over.
Yeah.
I don't know if Steph. I don't know how that plays out. If Steph ends in Charlotte or ends in Golden State, or I don't know.
That's
what
the
happens.
First question: is Steph gonna stay, or
it's all up to him.
Trade him away, and then after that is who else are you gonna keep? Draymond Green would be the second person you look at and see where he's gonna go and what he's gonna get.
I feel like Draymond, Steph, and Steve Kerr probably all walk out together. Say, okay, it's been fun. They all get their statues together. They all go to the Hall of Fame together. It's a cool story. Or at least Draymond and Steve Kerr could walk out and then let Steph have the retirement year and then have his own year that he goes into the Hall of Fame without him.
Well, Steph should have a couple more years left in him, man.
If he wants to. If he wants to go focus on golf and get ready for the senior tour, you know, maybe it's time to go 80 hours a week and work on his golf game. He's that good, apparently. That
I would like to see him traded because I feel like he got a lot of gas left in the tank. It's just that he's not built to carry it on his shoulders year after year after year the way it's been, man. So,
he's got to be part of a ensemble.
Yeah.
But where to? I mean, Charlotte's the obvious answer, but they kind of got something brewing down there. I don't know. Whatever, they'll break it up for him if he wants to come.
I'm about to say it's a couple of areas you can send him to and just instantly just go.
Charlotte, Miami, New York. He's not going to go to some random team. He's not going to go to, you know, you're never going to see him in a Celtics uniform. You're not, and you're not going to see him in like a Kings
Lakers
or a Jazz uniform.
Like that,
right. Yeah, you know, there's only a few teams where he could really go.
I could see something like Orlando out of pocket win or whatever, because you add him there with what they already got, bro, and they're brewing.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Even Miami, if they can get Giannis to stay in the Bucks and bring him and Giannis, that's that extra scoring piece that he needs. Even though I think Giannis is out of there.
Yeah, they could pair up. Those two could pair up elsewhere, though.
There you go. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
there you go. Right there. He just
like those two teams, those two guys meet in Orlando with whatever you still have, and you're a nasty team. You're a very nasty team. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Hadn't thought about it like that.
Yeah. What if he lands with the Spurs with Wemby? Like it's so well. I don't think we'll go to. I don't know about that one though. I don't know about that one. The Spurs with Wemby, that may be a West Coast team I can see him dabbling on, bro.
I don't hate it. If you're gonna get a savvy vet, that's the savviest fucking vet you could get, man. That'd be incredible.
And they got the trade piece with I forget the guy they got from Sacramento.
I know who you're talking about.
DeAndre Fox.
Yeah. They have a couple. They have trade pieces. They can make it work. It work. But did you do that on purpose? Were you trying to get us back into the Pro No Report, knowing good and well that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, good job. Damn, you good. All right. Well, speaking of the Spurs, let's talk about our guy Devin Vassell. 15 points in 34 minutes with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks in game 1, his first playoff game. Indication of things to come. I suspect he was not nervous in the spotlight. In fact, we talked about how this is a young Spurs. They looked ready to play. They looked, while other teams looked to be dealing with rust, like Detroit, it didn't seem to bother them having a week off. They were ready to go.
They're young, but like I always say, people overlook the fact of look at their coaching staff, bro. They not only have a great coaching staff, they got a fucking championship coaching staff. They got Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and stuff out there, bro, and Tony Parker coming in, pitching in every now and then, bro. And if their staff has been there, that could be that bond to get them over that, young guys in the playoffs stigma that they have.
Yeah, make up for that, right?
Yeah.
An experienced coaching staff making up for an inexperienced playing roster. It's interesting, and if it works, that'd be fantastic. I don't think
you can't coach size.
Right. I don't see the Blazers. Stealing 4 or 3 or maybe even 2. Maybe it's a gentleman's sweep, maybe, but this could be a 4 straight. This could be a 4 straight kind of series. The Spurs are just too much of a handful.
Yep,
and that's it. There it is. That is your Pro Noel report for Monday, April 20th.
April 20th, the 4th month of the year.
That's right. 2020. I forgot to do the whole thing. I just realized I forgot to do the whole Merch God McGee shtick. I got the BYA Bushwood hat on. It's available at betyourash.com/shop. BYA Bushwood is in its final round. We're calling it final season as a podcast. It'll have another another chapter in the future yet to be announced, but it's been the boys are hot right now, man. Brock White nailed the Masters. He's been dialed in lately. Casey O'Flynn stays dialed in. They're just giving out winners like nonstop. So it's a good podcast to be listening to. And coming to you live from HGAB Studios, right next door to the Coral Boutique in magical Midtown Miami. So yeah, if you have any creative endeavors, did I say that right? Creative endeavors, HGAB Studios are the perfect partner. They will help you accomplish your goals. They are enablers. They're prime enablers. Very good. Whether it's equipment rental, space rental, people, whatever you need in production, nice. They have it all. Yeah, man. So I like talking basketball with you. What's great is that the NBA playoffs have begun, and it's my favorite time of the year. What was great is both your Lakers and my Nuggets are in the playoffs.
Yeah, your Nuggets did their darn thing.
Yeah, and now they're hosting Game 2 on 420 in Denver. Come on, they're not losing.
And Mile.
Yeah, I said it before the series began. It's still not an easy series. I mean, the Timberwolves have talent and they have Anthony Edwards, so watch out.
It's a burn rivalry, yeah.
But it's become a real rivalry, the two of them. But if we can get through the Timberwolves, watch out. Like, we match up really well against the other teams in the West. I'm less worried about the Thunder than I am the Spurs. Excuse me, actually.
Really?
But yeah, we tend to play very well against the Thunder. They don't have anybody that can handle Joker. Chet Holmgren is skinnier than Kevin Durant was when he came in the league.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah. He's a great basketball player. I'd want him on any team I'm putting together. I'm just saying Joker's a tough guy. You know, he uses his bulk. Yeah, so like I feel very good about my team. As far as your team, I think you should feel pretty good. I think LeBron coming out and getting you game one. If he can get you one more, if LeBron can steal one more for you, and then you have Luka and or Reeves rejoining the team when it returns to LA, game 5, 6, 7, maybe that's enough between their input and the rise in the other players around them, the rally, right? Maybe that's enough that you get through the and honestly, Houston, Kevin Durant's injured. Plus,
Houston, that was a cherry on top.
That roster isn't perfect yet. You know, they're just kind of putting together all these jigsaw puzzle pieces that aren't ideal. They're not. They're kind of forcing it together. They're probably an off season away, though. I would watch out for the Rockets next year, but Houston's gettable this year, so the Lakers could get through them, and then.
Remember, though, I think they also hurt by injury too, because Fred VanVleet is on that squad or whatever, and I feel like if he had not been gone the whole season, this probably could have been a totally different Houston team, because what he brings to the table is what they're missing: ball movement and someone to run the point for him or whatever. And
a guy who's done it before, who's been here before. You know, when you got a young team, and I know you have Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant isn't he's not that kind of leader. He's a different
he's not a facilitator either.
Right. And you're right. He's the shooter, not the facilitator. But I just think that the Rockets are beatable this year, and there's no reason why the Lakers can't do it if they continue to play the way they're playing, or the way they played in game one.
And everything works for the best, man. I feel like having Reeves and having Luka out, kind of giving our players who may have had a minimum role, increased role. Let's see what you can do. And all of these players have showed up and showed out. Even they called Bronny James up from the the
Long Beach Jam.
Yeah, and he's been able to produce these last couple games and stuff, playing defense and hitting open shots and stuff or whatever. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from my Lakers now. So that even with Luka and Austin, we have a plethora of other guys that have proven that they can go out there and score when needed. So
I said this on either the Nebraska Hour or Bet Your Ash lately. I don't know. I feel like I'm nonstop talking into microphones right now, but that's okay. Like I said, my favorite time of year. If Bronny can get wet from 3 for a game or two in this first round, even if the Lakers don't get through, that could be really good for his post-dad's retirement career.
And good for him too, because think about it, he's never been a part of a postseason.
Right.
It's when time for him to
come out the shadow just a little.
Yep.
He could play for 20 years. That's a great role player that knows his responsibilities and does it. And if he just wants to be a great basketball player, he can be a great basketball player.
And a lot of times those, what we call them, legacy players, players that had pops or whatever that played years in the league or whatever, like Gary Payton's son and so forth or whatever. They're not the most athletic and they're not the most talented, but they work hard on what they can do, and they use that knowledge from their father to bridge the gap to keep them in the league. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Gary Payton in the stands like, hey, you need to watch him, or you need this right here, or doing an interview like, yeah, we worked on this with him and worked on that with him or whatever. So just to have that in your life is going to help propel you. And Bronny has the best to ever do it, and LeBron James to rely on or whatever. So.
And it doesn't have to be a NBA pro. Like, what's his name? Hartenstein's dad, who played professionally in Germany. He raised that kid ready to play professional basketball. But I love it. I love that we're seeing the guys we watched play when we were young, and we're seeing their kids. And Kenyon Martin's kids are both about to be in the draft, and Arvydas Sabonis's kid, Peja Stojakovic's kid is about to come around. It's fun. It's cool.
It's dope. I love it, man. I love it.
Well, I only got one more note. You got anything else you want to talk about? Basketball, football, anything else? You got anything else on your notes?
Nope. I'm good.
All right. So this is what I want to talk about with you. It's a big day, right? It's a holiday. I know a lot of people celebrate the holiday by rolling up or packing up a bong or whatever they're doing, right? But you almost every year, I can't remember the last time, it's like a weird year if it doesn't happen. You celebrate this holiday by releasing music.
Oh yeah. So
A, tell us about this year's 420 project, and B, what's release day like? What's project drop day like?
Well, I'll start out about this year's project. This year's project is Space Age Smoking. I wanted to keep the outer space theme from a former project I did, Apollo 420. But I also kind of wanted to do more of a smoking riding vibe or whatever. Like a couple of the tracks got old school samples on it and such or whatever. The single that I released April 1st, Smoking Ride, which I appreciate all the love for, has been banging in the streets or whatever. That one's red hot right now. Tonight I will be releasing another single, Honey. This one will strictly be on my Bandcamp and YouTube, and then it'll be on all platforms a couple days later. And then about a week from now, probably looking at Sunday of next week, I will be dropping the album, Space Age Smoking. And the release day, I love it, man. I love it because you create a buildup for it. You create interest for it, action around it. I got people hit me up. Yo, I like this song. I can't wait to hear more. I was going to drop it today, but the
the Smoke and Ride single was doing so good, people was asking for a follow-up. So I'm like, let me go on and follow it up with another single tonight. And then that way it gets to breathe from all the other projects and stuff being dropped. I also got a song with a local person here, AZ, repping Arizona, whatever, that dropped today. So I still got a bunch of stuff in the mix or whatever. What's different about this project is it's going to be strictly me, no features, all produced by Tune on the tracks or whatever. It's going to be, I think this is the first project that I put out that's all me. And the only reason it did that is because I had a bunch of stuff been going through the last couple of weeks. I had got dang on a cold, a flu, and this, that, and the other or whatever. So I haven't been able to hop on the project until like a week ago or whatever. So this is literally like a Machiavelli 7-day theory where everything except a Smoke and Ride is going to be recorded and written within the last week before the album drops out or whatever.
Yeah,
which is exciting. I love it. So yeah, man, that's it. I can't wait, man. I got people waiting for it. Got to give them what they're waiting for. That's where we at right now.
That's right, man. That's right. I love it, man. You and Tune back together again. That's your go-to guy.
Oh yeah.
He certainly makes you sound great, and you sound great on his beats. You make him sound great too.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm excited to hear Honey tonight, and I'm excited about the rest of the project coming out soon. The track's hot, dude. The singles dope.
Yeah, appreciate it. I've been getting mad feedback from that one, like across the world, man. Like,
bravo.
Just messages and inboxes, and yo, I got this on repeat. Yo, I added this to my playlist, and just loving it, man. It's more than not to say that I don't anticipate much, but it's more than I anticipated.
I love it. 20 years in, man, you're a pro at this, dude. You're very good at making music, and I enjoy listening to it. And I enjoy making the podcast with you or the streaming show with you. This is fun. And I appreciate everybody that watches or listens.
Oh yeah.
That's it, man. So should we wrap it up?
Yep. On and wrap that thing up.
All right. Well, it's the off season, so who knows when the next show comes out, but we'll keep the off season workouts coming throughout the months until the start of football season. Come late August. Can't wait. If you prefer, if you're watching the show, make sure you click that little bell icon. I think it's right there. It's how you that's how you turn the notifications on. And that's the best move in the off season when, oh, hey, we're going to do a show today. You'll get notified. You'll find out, right? You can also subscribe. That's super helpful. Very, very helpful for the show. Thank you very much if you have done so. If you prefer the show as an audio product, it is available via the Bet Your Ash Podcasting Network, BYAPN. You can get it, like all the shows on the network, at betyourash.com, or you can listen on the Bet Your Ash feeds for Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you want to holler at us on the internets, on the socials, we have all of them. Just go to our Linktree page. It is Linktree/National Show, NATIONOLESHOW. It has all our links there. Gangstaville also has Linktree. It is /Gangstaville, GAINSTAVILLE. There you will find all his social media links, plus links to all of his music on all the different platforms. The best way to support independent artists and friends of yours that make music is to go to all the platforms that it's on, like it on all the platforms, listen to it on all the platforms, share it on all the platforms. Share from all the platforms. Gangstaville's a good person to support. He deserves it. And his music's dope. So you're welcome on his behalf. What else? Oh, wait. There's one other thing. National.com. NATIONOLE.com. COM. Go there. We have our latest show showing right at the top. And we have links to all our social medias. And then we have some very dope, very fly, very stylish shirts and hoodies and all kinds of gear for you to grab, including The all white Gangsterville hoodie he's rocking right now. It is so dope. Every time I rock it, I get compliments.
Yep, same.
Dig it. And pretty sure that's everything. I don't think I forgot anything.
Oh, sounds good.
No, I'm smart. I got a good memory. I thought of everything. And no matter where I go and what time it is, what day of the week it is, what month of the year it is, it don't matter when. It is always
go
Noles.
Go Noles.
And you have just finished listening to The National Show with Gangsta, Fizzle, and McGee.